This morning, it's the 26th of February, 1996, and this is our last day of shooting on mighty Tug on the Fraser River. We're on the Pacific Force, and we'll be spending most of the day with this crew.
(1692) Detroit diesel. They're basically twin V8s coupled together. The pair of them capable of producing 1,200 horsepower. These ones are what they call dialed down or tuned down to a total of approximately 1,000 horsepower in the pair of them. They do for rebuild every 10,000 hours. Oil and filter change every 10 days on these engines. A little more than most people do, but of course it'll pay off in the long run.
How about the
fuel consumption? She runs on average 20 to 22 hours a day and will burn up to 20,000 liters in 7 days.
What's the capacity of the tanks?
I'm not positive of the full capacity because we never run them down. We will generally, for ballast reasons, we won't let it go below 10 to 12,000 liters, and then we'll top them up again.
So what's a typical fuel up?
About 10,000 liters, 8 to 10,000 liters depending. You have to work around dispatch, of course, as to when you can get a few minutes to do it. Yeah. It's mainly for ballast reasons. The back end starts to come up. She doesn't pull up quite as well, of course. Yeah. Like to keep her down in the water. It does make it a lot nicer for doing maintenance and cleaning.
How long is this boat?
49 feet.
Right.
And swinging two 59-inch wheels, 4-blade props.
Okay, here we have the registration number for the hull.
It was launched in 1980, coming into her 16th year. She's in above average condition for a boat that age. It was first built for ship berthing in Port Alberni. Did somewhat limited service over there for 10 years before it came to Vancouver. There's like a fiber, almost like a rope packing inside that collar. That's what they actually call a stuffing block. The water lubricates the shaft as it's turning. So if you were to tie up the boat for an extended period of time, more than 24 hours, you pump those full of grease, which expands and seals it right up. For normal running, you want just a steady drip like that. If it starts to actually run, it's some kind of federal registration in order to do it. I always go down and have a bulk at the beginning of the shift. This boat, yeah, it was actually built for ship berthing in Port Alberni. This boat jumping right over the water.
Saturday off, and then I worked yesterday, and then back on here today.
See, that's unusual.
Well, I do this till Sunday. Sunday's my last day shift here, and then on Sunday night I drive up to Seashell.
Yeah.
And I'll be laying cable up in Seashell for 3 days. It's actually a repair job, so we have to pick the cable up, and they'll find where the they have a pinger. They have a pinger, and they'll send the pinger through the line, and they'll find out where the damaged part of the line is, and then you pick it up closest to that spot, and then they'll resplice the cable and then lower it back down, and then they'll ping it again, try to find out if there's any more damage. If not, that's it. But sometimes it'll take up, they figure 3 days. Because, you know, a lot of times the cable's quite heavy and it sinks into the mud and you have to try to dig it up.
Right.
So it's interesting work though. Okay, maybe I can come in there and I got one of my up top mics here that's not working. Maybe I can get that checked out.
You betcha.
So it's, I don't know what the yard looks like at C-SPAN, but it could be interesting if there's a bunch of boats tied up in there. I think it's 5 wide. This is a big barge.
Right.
This is a boat eater. This 930 is a boat eater. Like we can't back on this barge. We can't stop it up. We need an assist boat to stop it up for us.
I see.